What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rick's Righteous, and I'm back with another rap rant. Alright, so being that I'm not making that many videos, I have to do the video like this, so I apologize. You can't see my face. And I'm gonna try to do another live with somebody else that can probably help with things like this and topics like this. So bear with me. So I'm not saying that this is what everybody's feeling right now, and if you didn't click on this, I'm not offended either. But we are on YouTube, and this is where a lot of this crap started. A lot of the Illuminati conspiracy stuff started on here, and there's nothing wrong with it. And you know, if we want to be truthful, obviously, yeah, there was conspiracy theories before YouTube, but you know, before it became mainstream, there was no mainstream or anything like that. It was just YouTubing and stuff. Crazy. Like two people got pulled over behind me. But anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying, man. And thank God I didn't get pulled over while I was doing a video. But anyway, back to what I was saying. There wasn't really conspiracy theorists out there like that. I mean, yeah, they were out there, they were making books and stuff like that, but it wasn't mainstream. Now you have 13-year-olds saying that everything is a conspiracy. You have uneducated people saying it, like, you know, all in the open. That wasn't something you always said, you know. But these are topics, and regardless of whatever the opinion is on when Illuminati started, or when it, or who does it, or if it's true or if it's not true. I'm gonna go over some facts, and I'm gonna go over some myths, and I want to see what you guys think, because you know, I haven't even researched this that much, but I think I have enough information that could debunk any theories. So you know, like I said, I'm gonna make another video, so it won't just be darkness. You can see my face. You know what I'm saying? And you can see where I'm coming from with this, with all of this. But either way, I'm out here in the West Coast. I'm in Vegas. Originally, I'm from New York. So in New York, we have a lot of conspiracy theorists. We have a lot of conspiracy theories. You know, one of the biggest conspiracy theories, theory comes from, you know, New York. You know, the World Trade and all that. So there's a bunch of conversation about that, and then you have the truth. You know, there's a bunch of things that look a certain way, and it possibly might have not been the way that it was explained to us. All right, cool. I don't watch sports, and I don't mix real life and sports all the time like that. There are times that some things look fishy, some things look like people might have quit, or there's something else going on behind closed doors, and there's just cheaters. That I believe. But this whole theory of it was planned, or you know, this happened for a reason, I don't believe it. And I'm just gonna leave it with that, and I'm also gonna hit you with a bunch of facts to say why I don't believe that it wasn't planned. Okay? So number one, we all know Kobe loved helicopters. We all know that It's just he loved helicopters. He took pictures around helicopters, and he had helicopters with his number and his symbol on it and all that. He was into helicopters. That's it. Another thing, you got the whole thing about how it happened, and some people still are not informed on how it happened. So he got into a helicopter, and supposedly, and you might want to double check this with me, but if you do find out, then there is your answer. But he got special orders. That's what I've been told. He got special orders to fly in the condition that he was in. He's Kobe Bryant. He can do things like that. He can make orders. He can pre-order shit. He can figure things out. Doesn't mean anything. It just means that he did something when a lot of people weren't doing it at the time. So even high-level people were not doing that. So like police officers, fire department, news reporters, they were not using aircrafts at the time. Okay? So there's one thing. Also, there was a bunch of fog. That is a fact. A lot of people reported fog around that time. Okay? So, the one thing that I heard was fishy was that they kept changing the number of people that were on the helicopter. And the reason why I think that is because there was embarrassment, and these people were probably perished in a way where it's hard to find out how many people there were and things like that. These things take time, and they have to go by reports. They also got to go by the fact that there's people that are reacting to this, and it might be that they're not reacting in a timely manner because obviously this is a horrible thing that might have happened. So they might be trying to see what's going on. Maybe they're trying to see if their phone is working, if their signal is on, if they can find things. So like I said, there was embarrassment. I'm not sure of this, but it seems this way, as if TMZ reported this first than anybody, and before the parents or any of the family members knew. That's not a good thing. That's a thing that makes people reluctant, that makes people embarrassed, that makes people feel like they're naked in front of the whole world. And it's embarrassing. Kobe's a brilliant man. We all know this. He's known for his brilliance. And it's embarrassing when you have that much money and you make a decision like that and this happens. So I'm not saying Kobe is to blame. Right now, most people will blame the pilot and will blame the conditions. But also, they will blame Kobe a little bit because he wanted to leave. He wanted to go to wherever he was going. Obviously, they could have waited a little bit. And that's not my opinion, but that's what people might have thought. So, and are thinking, because some people are blaming the fact that, Kobe really wanted air control, they can't find the helicopter. The pilot's trying to communicate with air control to get some more guidance because their GPS was acting weird, or they just needed more guidance, period. And the air control told them, we can't see you. You're in an area where now we can't see you. Now, from what I understand, they were flying for either 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. And it wasn't until they got into the area that the conditions worsened. And that area is known for that. That's what I've been told by people that are from out here in California that know about Calabasas. And they totally can see this happening. You know what I'm saying? So, mixing what I think, what people have told me, and what I've seen from reports on ABC, CBS, and on Twitter, it sucks that he's gone, and these things happen sometimes. But the whole conspiracy theory is just bullshit to me, because, like I said, they can be a whole bunch of songs. Oh, you know, Lil Wayne, he made a song. That's what people are saying. Lil Wayne made a song, you know, dedicated to Kobe, and then the album's called The Funeral. Or, you know, oh my God, LeBron James passed his point scores, his all-time points, and now LeBron is third, and Kobe's fourth. You know, it happened to be, it was a coincidence. Now, I'm on YouTube, and I'm not dumb. I listen to the conspiracy theories because I want to find out if there's some truth to it. But ultimately, this guy was top 10. I'm not trying to knock Nipsey Hussle or anything like that. And this is something that has been told to me as well, but I agree with it. And it wasn't put to me in this way, but it is very true what I'm about to say. Nipsey Hussle is not on the same level as Kobe Bryant. The way things happen with Nipsey is not the same way that it happened with Kobe. Another report was that he was leaving church. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, it shows you how much of a schedule guy Kobe was. He wanted to get things over with. He wanted to do things his way. But ultimately, he's not on the level of Nipsey Hussle. He when he was alive, he was not even on the level of Tupac. If anything, Kobe was on a greater level than Tupac, in my opinion. And I love Tupac. Kobe Bryant is globally known, you know, to a degree that you got rich people that own teams that don't look like Kobe flying on TV. You got people that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars flying on TV. Okay? Now, conspiracy theorist was invented, that term was invented by the FBI. That's what from my research, that term was invented by the FBI. And the whole reason why it was invented was because a person asked a question that wasn't supposed to be asked. Ask a question that basically cannot be discussed at the moment because it's high level stuff where it's confidential. You know, you can't talk about it. The military knows about this stuff. Police know about this stuff. It's the truth and no one else does it. So on this one, I just feel like if there was more clarity on the conspiracy theories, I would maybe like consider it. But right now, everything I've seen, whether it's that stupid ass cartoon that did no justice for anybody, it's just stupid. It's just dumb overall. Because like I said, anybody can make a video about Kobe with whatever in helicopters. It's obvious he loved helicopters since he was a kid. Since he started working out as a Laker, that's just how he operated. Shaq made a testimony, not regarding the helicopter, but the fact that they couldn't. He admitted on TV that they couldn't haze Kobe. They weren't allowed to haze Kobe. He said that in the NBA at that time, hazing was not allowed, but they were not allowed to haze Kobe, and it came down from one of the greatest Lakers of all time, Jerry West. Don't fuck with this kid. Don't do it. And if you look at his class, it was one of the greatest classes of all time. Steve Nash came from that class, and a whole bunch of others. I don't remember off the top of my head, but obviously Kobe is in that class, so that makes it one of the greatest classes of all time. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was Allen Iverson. It could have been Allen Iverson. It was probably more greats. But yeah, man, you got Kobe Bryant there, top 10. That's top 10. In my opinion, he's top 10. And most people have him there. They have him as one of the greatest shooting guards of all time, if not the. Obviously you got Michael Jordan, but number 2, number 3 has to go to Kobe Bryant. So this is high level shit. So if you're gonna kill somebody like that, and I know we're getting a little dark, and I don't want to speak bad on Kobe, I do not, but this is for people that are interested in this kind of conversation and think about this kind of stuff and see this kind of shit that's on the internet. If you're gonna do something like this, it has to be clean and cut, because this looks like more of a mess to me. You know what I'm saying? There might be more reports that come out. There might not. But ultimately, we do have to understand that there are facts that cannot be disputed. He was flying under conditions that he shouldn't have been flying under. That's big fact number 1. Big fact number 2 is that he loved helicopters. So he was always in one. It's not a mistake that he was in one that day. It's the norm for him. He'd rather fly. He's admitted it multiple times on television, on podcasts, before he was even on the level he is now. To be considered top 10 in sports history, in any sport, is a giant thing. You're like treated like almost like an old president, basically. And I'm sorry, but hip hop has not gotten to that level. It just hasn't. To me, you got musicians from that time that were considered greats and stuff like that. But when Pac died, or when Biggie died, there wasn't any of that kind of stuff. There wasn't like, a top 10, top 20. There wasn't an argument about that. It was about who's making the best, who's selling the most, who's got the clout right now. You can't compare that. You know what I mean? And Kobe has so many achievements for such a long time. He has the respect of Hollywood, social media, presidents, people from different countries. He spoke different languages. His wife was of a different background or a different race. This is a global icon we're talking about. This is high level shit. Now, there's one thing that I could be like, okay, maybe. The whole, he was fighting for female sports players and things like that. There is some stuff that comes out in the news every now and then, or there are some female players that talk about it a lot. But I don't think that's enough to say that someone should pass away. You know what I'm saying? The majority of females in this country is a 1-to-6 ratio to men. The conversation and the fact that there's a lot of our news and stuff is going PC, it's going left. And there could be a conversation about that, but yeah, it's going left. So the whole stuff with either LGBTQ or talking about rights for women or any of that stuff is not like something that people are gonna die for anymore. So I don't know. I just wanted to speak my thoughts on it. Clearly, I think at least the majority of my subscribers will agree with me, but I want to see what you guys say. I want to say a RIP to the rest of the family and the pilot and everyone that was involved. It's just a sad thing that happened, in my opinion. So I just wanted to see what you guys thought, and I'm gonna leave it like this again for 24. Big shout out to Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest Lakers of all time. And shout out to you for listening. And like I said, I will